Hey guys, it's me, RK. I have got allergies from hell. They're terrible, they're awful, and they mean that I'm not going to be doing much voiceover stuff today. I've got a bunch of video I've taken of doing the whole leveling up thing in dungeons, learning to tank as a lobby, and so far it's been pretty fun. Um, but since I took all those video without any excuse me, without any, voiceovers at the time, I, they'd be kind of boring without proper commentary and explanations and shit. So, once all this shit stops draining out of my face, I promise I will, um, I promise I will actually do voiceovers and get some new Learn to Tanks up. So instead, you get to watch some background video of me playing around in Shadowfang Keep, so have fun. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, the reason my allergies are so fucked up is, as I've said before, I'm pregnant. And when you're pregnant, all your mucous membranes start making even more liquids. So basically, if you have bad seasonal allergies like I do, you can go one of two ways. Either the act of being pregnant, the state of being pregnant, and the allergies from hell will cancel each other out, and you'll actually, love life because you won't be sneezing all over everyone all the time. Or you'll end up like I apparently did, and it'll exacerbate the problem and make it 20 times worse. Which is what's currently happening. I took a Claritin last night. It's the only reason why I'm able to actually talk right now. And it sounds like I have corks shoved up my nose. There are two corks, I guess, one in each nostril. It kind of feels like I have two corks shoved up my nose. But they're drippy corks. It's really retarded. So, yeah, that's been kind of sucking. I haven't been playing WoW much. I've actually been being really good. When I do play, I usually run a dungeon, or maybe two dungeons if I get two shorter ones. And then that's it. I do some housekeeping, keeping my guild bank cleaned out and stuff like that. And that's been all. And I haven't really even been playing every night, usually every other night or 2 or 3 times a week. So my shrink would be proud of me. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, I got an email from YouTube inviting me to be a part of their ad program. Now, I personally am not a fan of advertisements. They are annoying. I've seen that stupid ShamWow commercial so many fucking times, and I'm sure you guys all have too. It's annoying. Nobody clicks on it. You're not going to make any revenue that way. But, I'm broke. I'm pregnant. My poor husband actually got the balls to go ask his boss for a raise. That's kind of how desperate we are. So I've honestly been considering it. And I'd like to hear what you guys think. Would it be worth it to have, an ad or 2 or 10 on the page, or maybe streaming before some of my more popular videos like the Learn to Tank series, in order to help get me a little bit of extra cash? The alternative would be, of course, praying and begging and pleading for donations, which I don't really want to do. I've got a little more pride than that. Cash would be cool, mostly because I'm trying to save up for a high-def capture card. It doesn't have to do 1080p, it needs to do at least 720p though, so that I can actually capture some of my console playing in order to make videos of. I have a capture card, but it only does 800 by 600, and I have to hook up my consoles individually to it using RCA. Which I don't even own an RCA adapter for my Xbox 360 or my PS3. Simply because our receiver only does HDMI out. It does not do RCA. So I have a pretty antique capture card that works fine for like my GameCube and even my PS2. I think I have an old PS2 RCA adapter around somewhere kicking in a box. But it doesn't really do me much good for newer stuff. Like, my husband's been begging and pleading that I play Gears of War with him. Now, I've tried Gears of War before. I don't generally have great hand-eye coordination. Um, it's gotten better, but I did start playing Gears of War with him in a multiplayer game once, and it was kind of fun, and I really enjoyed the story, and he's been playing a lot of Gears of War 3 lately. I don't think he's beat it yet. Um, and the comments and the dialogue are fucking hilarious in Gears of War 3. Like, I'll just be sitting there crocheting or doing something girly or reading, and I'll be like half listening to the dialogue and just busting my ass off laughing. It's pretty funny. So, uh, I would like to start playing Gears of War and record just how shitty I am for you all's, enjoyment. But I don't have a decent capture card. So, what are you guys' thoughts? Would any of you be willing to, like, donate $5, $10 to getting a capture card? Would you be willing to click on an ad just for the sake of clicking on an ad, every time you watch a video in order to give me a couple pennies? Would you be willing to deal with one more ShamWow commercial? Just let me know what your thoughts are. As I said, I am not a huge fan of advertisements, so I really don't want to go that route, but it would be kind of nice to turn this into, a bit of a livelihood, simply because, right now I don't really have one aside from being a house bitch. So let's see. Oh, BlizzCon is this weekend. Very, very excited. I don't get to go in person. But I do have the virtual ticket. I plan on watching absolutely everything at least once or twice or 13 times. I may make some video in between lulls about my thoughts on any announcements that they make or things of that nature. I'm really looking forward to watching, some of the Warcraft 3 tournaments and stuff like that. I really do enjoy the sportscasters in there, and I really wish that I could learn how to do sportscasting like that, just because it seems like so much fun. But for now, I think my dreams of being a Warcraft sportscaster will have to be put on hold, simply because I have fucking allergies from hell. Anyway, that's kind of everything that's going on here at the moment. For those that were interested, I had a couple people who messaged me in PMs asking for information about the guild that I'm putting together. We are on the Hyjal server. This is, of course, the US side. Sorry to any European folks. It's the Hyjal server, Horde side. The name of the guild is Itty Bitty Kitty Committee, or we call it IBKC for short. It is a social guild. I am not promising anything as far as rating or PvP or anything like that. If people want to put that shit together when they get high enough level, that's their thing. But I'm not doing any of it myself, simply because I don't want to get back into addict phase. But it is a social guild. That said, it is going to require people to apply, because I really don't want the mouth-breathing keyboard turners of the server in my guild. I would like to be able to rant and rave in peace in there without having to deal with 6-year-olds or 12-year-olds or anything like that. So I'm actually working on a Google Doc form that will be the application, and I'll have a link up for that eventually when I start doing my actual recruiting. I'll make sure to say something on here. Excuse me. Oh, draining so badly. And let's see. Basically, the guild will be good for anybody that's an altaholic. You like making alt, you want to try out a new server, you want to try out a high population server. Hyjal is fucking crazy. There are tons of people on all the time. It's constantly busy. It's got a really strong auction house. Pretty good pug rating scene from what I'm seeing in /2. Really good, what's the word I'm looking for? Really good rating scene in general. Seems to be a lot of PvP going on the server, a lot of rated battlegrounds, stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot of possibility and potential on this server. It's great if you're a hardcore raider and you want some place to hide so that you don't have to spend every waking moment with your raiding buddies. It's a good place if you just want to hang out and chat with me, my husband, and some friends of ours from back on Thunderhorn, and even some friends that are on Nestingwary that have been hanging out with us a bit. Um, you know, it's just kind of a place to either start over, if you want to re-roll, or a place to hide. We're slowly working our way through. We're still level 1. We're slowly working our way to level 2. Um, Pretty much the only two active people right now are myself and my husband. We do have 2 friends that have been playing quite a bit on the side, but they raid 3 nights a week, so, that kind of takes some of their time away. But yeah, if you're interested, shoot me a line or just keep an eye out for when I put up the Google form for applying. And I think that's all I'm going to blather about for now. So until next time, you guys, take care.